The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in partnership with KiwiBank.
Start your day with The Bulletin, a newsletter from The Spin-off summarising New Zealand's biggest breaking stories and highlighting the best reporting from around the country. Sign up for free today at thespinoff.co.nz/newsletters.
Kia ora, my name is Toby Manhar. I'm the host of Gone by Lunchtime, a podcast for the Spin-off Podcast Network all about politics and politicians with Annabelle Lee Mather. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Ben Thomas.
Kia ora.
And kia ora to you both. Careering wildly from the very serious to the very ridiculous. It's not for everyone, but I think you'll love it. Kia ora. And...
Go.
Do the whole thing from the start.
Go from the start.
What the fuck? Gone by Lunchtime. Grab one now wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm going to start a pen pal letter writing corny.
Do you have a chain letters?
Yeah, I do.
They were a time. Did anything bad ever happen to you if you broke the chain? Maybe that explains my whole life.
Yeah, true. It all goes back to that email you didn't forward to 7 friends.
Oh, God, I never had 7 friends. What did you want from me?
Mine was always like, a scary girl is going to play a flute at the base of your bed at midnight. And I was like, no!
Kia ora, Tefano. Welcome along to The Real Pod. I'm in the studio.
She's back, baby.
I'm not in bed. I have a bra on for the first time in weeks.
Showered
twice in the last 24 hours, guys.
It's a whole new Jane.
It's a modern miracle. I am so energised by being around people. So this is my post-COVID return. I still sound a little bit nasally, don't I?
A little bit.
No, I'm fine. I haven't got COVID
bit.
anymore. I've got like negative tests, you know. I'm like full clear. But, you know.
Stay vigilant.
Of course.
Stay vigilant.
Yeah.
I'm coming up to my... You know, I could get it again.
Right, well, I thought...
But you're in your peak time now, right? You're stronger than ever.
I'm stronger than ever.
Apparently.
Come at me with your COVID and don't do that, please. I really can't risk it. It was horrible. Hey, if you're not vaccinated, bloody go get vaccinated, eh? Because it's not that much fun having COVID. It really isn't.
We clip that, and that's the new campaign.
And they can have that for free because it's public health, you know.
It's public interest.
If they want to give me a voucher to Kathmandu or something, that's fine. That's what I got for doing the Ministry of Health Youth Depression campaign.
Kathmandu
vouchers. Got a tent.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Because you would have just bought a tent anyway, right?
Well,
with the cash,
probably. Yeah. Exactly right. I got quite good amount of vouchers. Got like a little table. Got a really big tent, some chairs, lots of bits and pieces.
That's lovely. And back in the day, I mean, Kathmandu's still quite good quality, but back in your day,
in my day, yeah,
that was quality.
In the 1920s, Kathmandu.
That was.
Really got to specify back in that day. Yeah.
Hi, Tia here.
Kia ora.
He's getting cheekier, isn't he?
He's getting cheekier. He's got this little locker next to him now in the studio, and he's bringing the locker room chat.
And because I've basically not been here for 3 weeks, he's just gone rogue. He's been running the ship, so to speak. Captain Sandy. Well, Captain Jason, I guess.
Captain Jason.
That's more appropriate for this season.
Tis. And let's play everyone's favourite segment. Where's Duncan?
I'm so used to him being away that I forget to mention it altogether. Where is? I don't know.
I don't know.
He messaged us and said, can't do it today, sorry. And then we made a whole lot of ship jokes.
Ending with you saying, off with your head, not technically marine.
No,
in nature.
yeah. As soon as I wrote it, I was like, I don't know where that's from, and I still
Is
don't.
that not
Is that like medieval?
the Alice in Wonderland lady? The Queen?
The Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
Speaking of Alice in Wonderland,
Oh, please. Please.
here's something weird I did. I got an ad for something on Facebook, and it was like tickets to
I've seen this.
like an outdoor escape. It's like an escape room type thing, but it's just in like around the city.
And it's Alice in Wonderland themed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just like bought tickets to it just completely on a whim. And it's not until January the 28th.
Wow.
So do you want to do it?
I will have to travel.
It's worth
You
it.
know, okay.
Worth
I will not
it.
be in the wider Auckland region at that point.
Day after my birthday, so we can treat it as a little
Incredible.
birthday excursion.
And 7 months before my 32nd birthday.
Yeah.
So that's actually perfect.
It is. Yeah, it's like it was meant to be. Anyway, I'm Jane Yee. This is Alex Casey.
Hello.
This is Duncan Grieve.
Hello.
And we are recapping Below Deck Down Under, episode 10. It's called Lots of Croc. Join us for chat in the Discord, by the way. Join us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/groups/Real Pod Corner. You can find our Discord link in the episode description of this very episode that you're listening to. And it's a nice time. We got boosted. We're nitroed.
Nitro, I heard about this.
We got some. I see there's a custom Duncan emoji is already up and running.
Duncan got the first custom.
Well, the first one that I've seen, yeah.
Did he make it himself?
He made himself. Didn't
I
he?
don't think
That's
so.
why he couldn't come to the pod. Too busy trying to get the dimensions right.
I actually really want to know where he is now. Should we try calling him? Shall we?
He'll probably be meeting with like Elon Musk or something, but yeah.
I'm just going to try calling him and just see. I'm just going to see what happens.
9:49. Do we have him on Find My Friends?
No, I don't. I don't have anyone on Find My Friends, I don't think.
Find my
Boss?
Find my boss.
That's something you think.
He's going to think it's an emergency.
He is.
Because you never ring him, right?
I ring him all the time.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Hello.
Hi, you're on pod, by the way.
Yeah, it's okay.
We just wanted to know where you are and what you're up to.
This is terrible. I'm at home
Oh,
and I'm putting down food for a cat. I know that seems like this is basically audio derail. It's not important, but extraneous circumstances which I can't possibly go into.
okay. You're off the hook. I actually think that feeding a cat is a perfect excuse for not doing the real pod, to be honest.
important.
It's really important. You can't starve a cat.
That's the thing. We do literally kill my cat for
Yeah.
content.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that. It's been done, actually. Don't fuck with cats, you know?
That's true. That's true.
All right, you're off the hook.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll steer the ship for you.
Aye.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Duncan.
Bye.
I'm glad we did that. That was worth it.
Do you think? Yeah. I hope he's okay.
He's fine. He's well enough to feed the cat.
True.
He's fine. I heard kids in the background. I reckon that he suddenly had to look after children last minute. Anyway,
School holidays.
it's all right.
Not anymore when you're listening to this.
That's true.
Time travel.
Yeah. Also, me talking about it being my first time in the studio since COVID, but we did a podcast yesterday that recapped the block where I was also in the studio, so that's confusing, isn't it?
It is confusing.
Anyway, lots of croc. Lots of croc. There was a lot of croc.
So was the episode called Lots of Croc?
Yeah, I don't understand that one. I don't really. Is it a pun?
Lots of
No, they just went to go see the crocodiles.
I know, but a lot of the
but-
titles are puns, or like there was one was called Squid Games.
Lots of Croc. Croc of, surely like Croc of...
Croc of shit.
Croc of...
Maybe it's lots of croc.
Oh.
Oh,
Is that a saying? I wouldn't know. Actually, they did talk about that a little bit in the episode.
Oh, they did?
We'll get there. We start off with Captain in the kitchen with Ryan. Far out, man. He really doesn't go very hard on Ryan, considering.
He doesn't. The gentle giant. He just said, I would like you to be more respectful and communicate in a nice way.
And then Ryan's like,
just
fuck off.
And he's like, you want a helmet? I don't know.
Ryan was definitely not going to make the squid. He was not going to make the squid. He was not going to make the squid until the guests were like, are you going to make our squid? And he was like, yeah, I got you. Salt and pepper squid coming right up.
I will say, in moments like that, yes, it's annoying that he put it off for that long. But I'm always impressed to see a chef just like whip up a thing at the last minute. Like, 'cause I'm like, if someone asked me to make calamari, I'm done.
It is his literal...
I need 5 hours on Google.
It is his literal job.
No, I know, but it's impressive. And it's a reminder that you go, oh yeah, you are doing something.
For example, after this record, I'm going to ask you to record some ads. And because you're good at that, you're just going to do it. You know? That's your calamari.
Find your calamari with the real pod.
Oh, we got a new saying.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Be your own shell witch. Find your calamari. I also, I know this is backwards because surely squid fresh from the sea is as safe as you can get. But I'm like, what do we know about this squid?
Exactly.
Is it make you sick? Is it poisonous
There's
squid?
plastics and all sorts in the sea now. And also, it had just been flopping about in that freezer for a while. Yeah.
Again, I think a freezer's a pretty good place to keep a...
It was too close to the floor for my liking.
I think it's good that you don't know how food is made in general. I think fresh
I'd like
squid,
to keep it a mystery.
Straight from the sea, frozen, and then cooked like the same day is probably pretty safe. But
It's almost like I'd want it to be frozen for like 6 months.
I think fresh is best. Again.
I did actually eat fresh squid caught by myself in Thailand when I was 20. You know, went for a wanderlust to Thailand. Me and my friend went out on a fishing boat in the middle of the night with just a bunch of men, caught squid, and they cooked them up and we ate it live on deck. That is below deck. I know.
That is this episode. You've lived experience.
It wasn't very nice.
Wasn't it?
But I was like, thank you. Didn't feel like an eating squid.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like, how do you know that the squid that you've reeled in is an eating squid or just a swimming squid, you know?
Impossible to know.
Impossible to know. Tell you who'd know. Luca Bish.
The man sells fish.
He does. Yeah. That's a Love Island reference.
Tide has turned on him, though. Good grief.
It really has. I don't know what's happened between the time we're recording this and the time you're listening to it, but I loved Luca for the longest time. He was my hot babe in the house, like the one that I would most... I mean, he would never, but the one that I would. And and then he's just been the real... I mean, he makes me like Tasha and Andrew more.
I know.
Which is bizarre.
It's a real skill. And his terrible pink satin shirt that he was wearing while he was
yeah.
completely unravelling.
One of the pink ladies from Greece.
Didn't do him any favours.
And you shared a video that you'd found on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Of
So this
him.
is the kind of thing I could put in the Discord
It
if
is,
I was in
yeah.
the Discord. There's an amazing vlog of Luca and maybe his then girlfriend.
It is his then girlfriend.
Travelling to Turkey or something to get veneers.
Yeah.
to get their veneers.
Yeah.
And it's like so forced, like gun to the head kind of influencer content where he's like, I loved this. I loved the cleanliness and I want to stay here forever.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to leave. I'm having such a good time. They've treated us so well. I don't want to leave this dental clinic.
I just want more teeth.
It's really good if you can find it. Maybe one of us will post it to the Discord. He has like shoulder length hair, and he's very clean shaven. And now when I see him on Love Island, I can only see that version
The
of him.
little boy.
Yeah.
The little boy inside.
I think I saw some rumours, and maybe this has happened by the time that you're listening to this, and maybe it doesn't happen at all. I have no idea, but I think, or maybe it's just people willing it to happen, that girl, Sophie, who was his girlfriend at the time, who quite Gemma-ish, like rock and roll Gemma,
True.
that she comes into the house. Wouldn't that be
What?
great? Well, I don't know that.
Oh,
like,
God.
obviously, we're up to date
I
with
thought there was
the
only
UK.
like 3 days left and now there's bombshells coming in.
Are there more people coming in?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't forget that we recorded this last week.
But are you
Alex.
up to date as of this moment right now?
No, I've got one more.
There's bombshell.
Great.
There's 4 new bombshells coming in.
Oh, amazing.
Incredible.
Okay.
Okay, that was Love Island.
That was Love Island. That was last week's Love Island, no less. You come here for all your delayed recaps.
Your retro nostalgia.
Anyway, where were we? Oh, Magda's on the phone. That's where she is.
Using all the data yet again.
Maciek, his name is, I think, by the way.
Magic.
Also known as Sven or Hans or
Eric.
take your pick. She was charged with night cleaning after dinner and didn't quite get everything done.
No.
The
Got on the blower
the
again.
cushions were akimbo all over the couch. Tommy had got up in the morning, was like, what's this? Poor Aisha got into the bar sink and it was full of crap.
I don't think I'd mind the night clean. I think if I was whatchamacallit?
Steward
Stuart Salmon
Lund.
I would
Live updates editor. What would you do for your Stuart?
I would like to have the night shift, I reckon. When everyone's gone to bed and you're just pottering about rather than like under the pump with a breakfast and
Yeah. Benny also was on night shift at one point and didn't really fulfil all his duties because there was a hair in a grate or something. But he was up till 3 a.m. and then he was having the conversation about it with Jamie and so on at 11 a.m. So he obviously wouldn't have got a lot of sleep. It's pretty full on.
And the guests were also fishing again, right? That's
why he was up so late, yeah.
Trying to get another eating squid.
Jamie's on the warpath. Brittini is sick of flaking the anchor down in the little claustrophobic chamber. And Jamie's just like, get in the fucking chain locker and do your job. He's like, gotten really unnecessarily brutal.
He did used to be a cop. Never forget.
And a dancer, apparently.
Oh.
I did see him teaching Benny dance moves on the beach.
Oh, that's right.
What's that about?
I don't know. I feel like it is a prerequisite now in the police to be able to dance on TikTok. So maybe that's why.
I'm really loving on TikTok. I saw there's some really amazing councils doing some real funny stuff on TikTok. And then, I don't know, there was some other business where there was a woman and 2 men, like a young woman, a TikTok generation woman, and then 2 old guys, and they all happened to be wearing pink shirts. You know how you turn up to work and sometimes you're accidentally matching your workmates. And so she makes them do this TikTok dance. And I'm just loving, how are the young people convincing the old people to do this? Do they know that it's going out for literally anyone to see? Because it's hugely embarrassing.
I think it's just out of sight, out of mind, you know?
Yeah.
What do they care? Bianca tried to get me, speaking of young person getting an old person trying to do something, she was like, can you walk slowly into the office like a Love Island bombshell?
Oh my God.
For a TikTok? And I was like, absolutely not.
Leak the tapes.
I ended up getting out of it. But the spin-off does have a TikTok now.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
And it's good. Bianca, she's good. She's good on the telephone.
She's got 2 telephones, I think.
Amazing.
It's just unbelievable.
And how she puts together, the little clips. They come together beautifully.
They do. She does a great job. Go follow it. What else is happening? I've got written here, I've forgotten the context of this, even though I just watched this last night. Grandma's undies, Culver. I've got written down. He said something about Grandma's undies.
I absolutely missed that completely.
I think he was referring to something being in a bit of a tangle or a mess. And he was like, oh, Grandma's undies. That's a saying where he's from.
I believe it.
Keith Stone.
The guests leave. Captain gets gifted a lovely captain's hat, like a bespoke captain's hat. Had greenery on it, like leaves and things from his
beautiful.
mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want one. So
well, you're wearing a beautiful hat right now.
I know, but it's not
good enough.
That's immediately what I thought. Was like, oh, okay, so now you've got fancy hat and we're just plebs.
Look sharp, idiots. He's got a better hat, I think, in a way.
Do you think? It's
I like... Wait, what? Where is it from?
It was from some...
It's the alternative commentary collective.
Yeah.
Steady the ship hat.
Ours has more of a...
way to promo another
peak.
podcast, by the way.
Beat that out.
Yeah. Well, they're less of a podcast, more of like a network, aren't they?
Okay,
So-
all right. So way to promote
God's
another
sake,
whole bloody
yeah.
network.
Make
Thanks
us
very
feel
much.
small.
I won this hat at the pub in a game of cornhole.
Wow, that's all right then. It all comes back.
Yeah.
And before you had the hat on, you had a little beanie on.
I did.
That was sort of like a fisherman's type. So it was all very nautical in here today.
It is.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Failing, but trying.
Yeah.
Jason had a conversation with another person who I think needs a spin-off show, Carly, the yacht staffer. Who dat?
Oh, to try and
find a new chefy.
Yeah.
But COVID being what it is, and isolation, it's difficult.
Yeah, she
But I was
hasn't
like, who is Carly?
Yeah.
You know?
So there's the provisioners, and then there's the, what did you say she was called?
Yacht staffer.
The yacht staffer.
And then there's Xavier on data.
Yeah.
You know, data
Yeah.
viz.
Except for there is no data to viz because Magda's tuning through it all. Okay, we have the tip meeting. And then I don't know if you noticed, just speaking of Ryan's posture, he was being swallowed into the corner of the couch.
Yeah.
He was just sitting there and he is laying backwards, like he's almost completely horizontal during their tip meeting. And disappearing into the corner of the couch. He just looks like a teenager who
does
just
look like a grumpy teenager.
doesn't want to be anywhere at any time ever.
Sit up, you know?
Is Ryan's attitude the crocker shit?
Ah.
Well, yeah,
The
but
load of croc.
The load
What's
of
the
croc.
What's
Lots
the
of-
title?
lots of croc.
Does that...
it doesn't. It's
Lots of croc.
One of the eighth mystery wonder of the world. Why is that some sort of pun? It just seems like
Load of croc.
Yeah.
Surely is what you'd do. Wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Maybe it's an Australian thing,
Yeah.
like toey. You know.
What's that?
Horny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Schoolies. Nah. What's that?
That's an Australian thing too. It's like their spring break kind of thing, isn't it? Like a big celebration at the end
Crazy.
of school. I don't know. Okay. The helmet goes to Jamie because the deck crew are shit.
Yeah.
And
Which has hilarious results on his hearing when he wears it out.
oh my God, so good. The only time ever you will find someone who has confused Colby Calais with the Beatles.
The only time ever you'll hear someone say Colby Calais.
No, of course not.
It's been years since I've heard that name.
Colby Calais.
When's the last time you heard anyone talk about Colby Calais?
I don't know, last night when I watched Blow Deck.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's true. But he is Australian, right? And I feel like she was quite big down under.
Is she Australian?
I don't
No.
think she is. I just think that maybe she was big all over the world. I don't know. I just remember her being played on the radio a lot. Bubbly.
At Zed, we're all about moving with the times. And now it's time to be part of the climate change solution and move on from fossil fuels. As a company providing fuel to people all over the country, we also know we have a real opportunity to lead that change. We're committed to keeping Aotearoa moving by providing the right energy for everyone. We believe that innovation in fuel and how it's used can make a huge difference to our planet. Find out more at z.co.nz.
Slinky Malinky was cosy and snug, curled in a ball on the raggedy rug.
The spin-off presents Linley Dodd, writing the pictures, painting the words. An intimate portrait of one of Aotearoa's most celebrated children's authors. Watch the documentary today at thespinoff.co.nz/videos. Made with the support of New Zealand On Air.
I've seen the pictures before I even start the words.
New from the Spin-Off's business editor Chris Schultz, together with KiwiBank, comes Stocktake, a weekly newsletter about the people behind the businesses driving Aotearoa, along with stories about how forces affecting the economy will impact the lives of New Zealanders. Sign up to Stocktake now at thespinoff.co.nz/newsletters.
Okay, what else happened? Captain has Ryan up. So this is when he has his little side meetings.
Yes.
And Aisha's clearly a cap fave, eh? Because he has her in on them. And
I think it's the Anzacs, you know.
it's the Anzacs, and also because she's like not put a foot wrong.
Yeah.
That might be something to do with it as
She's
well.
good at her job.
Which just makes, obviously, Magda and Ryan hate her even more. But Captain has Ryan up about his bland food and his spicy attitude and gives him a super chill dressing down. Like, just... Like, honestly...
Do you want a free ticket to the croc park? Because you did a bad job.
Ryan actually apologises, which is amazing. I think only because the captain, very chill again, threatened him. He was like, I will restaff. I will make changes. I will make changes if I need to. Ryan read between the lines. He apologised. And then the next meeting was with Magda. And again, it was just chill out on your phone, young person. Aisha was annoying here. So,
was she?
Yeah, Magda was like, they were like, well, how are you going through so much data? And she was like, boyfriend. And then Aisha was like, well, I've got a boyfriend too, and I don't go through it. And it is a bit smug.
Sometimes she does push the envelope.
Yeah.
She does.
I don't think she meant it like that. Again, I think she was just trying to say, look, just because you have a boyfriend doesn't mean you have to be on the phone to him all the time. But maybe she should have said it like that rather than, well, I have a boyfriend. I managed to not talk to him all the time.
Yeah. I mean, Hans, though, is much further away.
Yeah.
So that probably needs way more data.
No.
I don't think it works like
This
that.
definitely doesn't work like that. I think what it is that Magda is on the phone for the 4 hours that she's cleaning up at night time.
We'll get some data viz on that data.
They go out for a lovely meal because they're on their off day now. And it's
Boobs out again.
Tits out for the girls.
Yeah. And for the girls only. Make that clear.
Yeah, for the girls only. And then at one point, Toomey sits Magda down and says, look, you need to know your place. Toomey is like...
Amazing. She really is.
And then Magda's like, yeah, but Capricorn... You know? And let's not forget,
I hate that.
She's also a fiery Latina. So you mix that with the Capricorn.
People who use star sign stuff as an excuse grinds my gears.
I don't know do you know anything about Aquarius? What does that make me?
I was talking about star signs in the kitchen the other day. You're the
star sign expert.
Yeah,
You're the
expert.
No, we were talking about how little we knew about it.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
What are you?
Pisces.
See, Pisces is one that you hear about a lot, I think.
I think it's
Pisces.
I think it's
season.
Virgos. You're
I'm a Virgo.
Yeah.
See, I think you hear nothing about Virgos apart from that they're like real annoying, organised people.
Well,
and I'm not organised.
My Virgo experience with dating is not good, so I will not date you. Okay?
All right.
Aquarius people are advanced, self-reliant, clever, exceptional, and optimistic.
Thank you.
Wow.
Accurate. I believe in the science of astrology now. What have you got on Virgo?
Virgos, on the appearance, Virgos are humble, self-effacing, industrious, and practical. But under the surface, there are a whole bunch of other shit, apparently.
Is that what it says? A whole bunch of other
lots
shit.
of crocs underneath that. And what about Pisces? Let's hear about you.
Oh,
Come on.
Everyone always goes, it's Pisces season, don't they?
emotionally sensitive, gracious, and emotionally aware. A lot of emotions.
100% accurate all round, to be honest with you.
Got a lot of shit under the surface.
Lots of crocs. Benny is riding with the girls away from. Do you have anything to add about the trip out?
I don't think so. Just that I was like, it's good to see. It's not good to see, but it's always like interesting to me to see them smoking.
I've got this. There's so much smoking in this.
Yeah,
but they make it part of the show in a way that I feel like is against broadcasting
standards. Yeah, I was thinking that. Like I was like, do you start smoking on below deck because you know it's how you get your alone time to get these breakout moments? Can anyone ever just have a conversation with somebody
without having a cigarette? No, I don't think so. And also, like, you get surprised. Like I've never seen Toomey with a cigarette until this episode, and we're on episode 10. Like, as someone who has smoked, I can tell you that I think deck life or boat life would definitely be the kind of thing where you get those little breaks and you look forward to them and you reward yourself with a cigarette, and that's the kind of the psychology of it.
Yeah. I also wonder if like that's why they've stuck to cigarettes and not vaping, right? Because it has a start and a finish time.
Yeah.
Because you never see anyone. I've never seen a vape on Below Deck.
No. But it is weird. It's really weird that they like they even subtitle like, have you got any ciggies? You know, it's not like it's not incidental. It's not just like in the background because they're capturing an important conversation. They kind of captured the whole like, let's go for a cigarette thing.
Yeah.
And they do that quite often.
It's very interesting.
It
you
is.
don't see it anywhere else.
You really
on
don't.
TV.
Yeah.
Apart from bloody Peaky Blinders or something. I don't know.
But then that's of its time, isn't it?
Yeah. I've never seen Peaky Blinders.
Anyway, we do not recommend smoking, obviously.
No.
It's quite jarring to see. Where are we?
Crocodiles.
Oh, crocs.
The croc day
Oh, no,
off.
and who has the biggest dick, actually, just before that?
Oh, God, yes.
Benny riding with the girls after that dinner, and they basically take the opportunity to just be like, who's got the biggest one?
They're asking Benny.
Yeah.
That's right. And then they're like, Captain.
Captain, and they're like, we know it's the captain. You don't even need to answer that. We know it's the captain.
It's just an 8-hour nightmare, isn't it?
It really is. We meet for the first time, hopefully not the last time, crocodile Duncan.
Yeah.
I was dying. I was like, I can't believe that he's got someone else. Like, you would think that Keith Stone, like, that's 100% thing, right? Like, he's Culver or he's Keith Stone. But no, he's
There's
also
more.
crocodile Duncan.
He can do it all. He can do it all.
He really can. And they went out on a boat.
Safari?
Not quite as nice as their boat.
Thing? No.
No.
The water was a bit muddy.
And they were all going, oh, it's so beautiful. And I was like, oh, it looks horrible.
Yeah, I feel like it would have stunk.
They were going on how nice it smelled.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they?
They actually talked about it smells good.
Delicious.
I wonder if delicious was the word.
It was exciting, though, to see the crocodiles, I will say.
There was that one that just slid into the water. I was like, is that how they do it? He went into the water so fast, but didn't paddle his way in, didn't use his little feet. Just
It's like a penguin on the ice.
Yeah, exactly right.
Beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
Crocodiles are very scary.
Terrifying.
Do you think?
Terrifying.
What do you think, I hear?
I'm on board with the crocodiles being scary. I don't want to have a bar of it.
No. If I lived in Australia, I would be very scared.
Snakes,
all
spiders?
the time. The waterways. Stay out of the waterways.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. And we found out they only eat once a year. But I'm like, is that because they eat a person?
Oh, that was the hugest... Sorry, that took a while. That was the hugest thing for me out of that whole episode was like, crocodiles can survive on one big meal for a whole year.
What do you do with the rest of your time?
What do they do with their time?
They're cold-blooded, right? They just like chill in the sun and have a good time.
I'd have thought if you're cold-blooded, then being in the sun would make you feel you'd feel the sun even more. It'd be so hot because in comparison to your cold blood.
Do you want your blood to be cold if you're cold-blooded?
Well,
lizards are like, they sun themselves.
yeah, I know.
They're like-
There's so much science. Lucy Kelly,
Lucy
fill us
Kelly,
in. Fill
come
us in.
on.
We're so far out of our depth right now.
I looked up some more crocodile facts.
What'd you got?
You know how people say crocodile tears?
Yeah.
Crocodiles cry when they eat.
Ah.
But it's not because of remorse.
So
It's because they're going so hundies that they are like panting and crying. Probably because they're starving.
I was going to say.
Because they've only eaten
they're
once a year.
So they cry once a year. I cry once a day, at least. And I eat. That's the other thing. I think what shocked me most about the once a year eating is like, I don't even think I can go an hour without like going, snack. Only when I'm sleeping. I don't eat in my sleep that I'm aware of. Sometimes there's crumbs
You
in
do
the
see
bed,
that, though, sometimes.
Yeah.
People break into the fridge.
Yeah, true.
I wonder if the crocs think about food, though, a lot.
I would.
Are they like, oh, God, I can't wait.
I'm thinking about food now. What's for lunch?
I've got terrible cauliflower bake.
Oh, no, we're going out for lunch.
One
We're
of
going out
Nadia's.
for lunch.
One of Nadia's jobs.
Doesn't it feel like so rebellious when you bring something into work for lunch and then someone like goes, come on, let's go. And and like so wasteful.
So wasteful.
And inevitably it's something, you end up eating something much more unhealthy than whatever you brought in. But don't you feel rebellious?
You do. And you've got to stay vigilant to the food left in the fridge.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the food left behind.
Yeah.
In the fridge is the people that have gone, I'm getting Urbanaut.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. So when Rachel, when our office manager goes, we're clearing out the fridge, you know that everything in there is abandoned lunches from people who've gone to Ubernaut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should go to Ubernaut. Anyway.
Yum. Oh, God, the smash burger. Yum. Okay.
Oh, my God, I just snorted. Speaking of snorting and crying and all that, when I had a really, really bad coughing fit to finish my COVID journey. One of those ones where, like, you're breathing in, you can't capture your breath, and the big gasp in tickles your throat even more and makes you cough even more. Thought I was a goner.
Yeah.
Thought this is it. I had water streaming from my eyes during that experience.
Wow.
In a way that I was like, where'd that come from? Even though I was near death, surely, I still had the presence of mind to be like, whoa, that's surprising.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you weren't like, I'm crying. I can feel it. It was just your body
My
expelling
body, yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Its final moments.
But I made it back.
So glad you're back.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Captain Benny Culver. Fuck, marry, kill. All the girls were...
I think we're all in agreement about that.
Unanimous. Fuck the captain.
Beep. Beep the captain.
Marry Culver.
Culver.
Kill Benny.
Kill Benny. Yeah. Or pie Benny if you're going for the Love Island.
I think we should say
version.
pie. I think we should say pie. Captain, meanwhile, while they're all out having a lovely time with the crocodiles and sniffing in that lovely mud flat air, Captain is cleaning the boat, doing some exercises, finding maggot-ridden rubbish.
Oh, that's right.
I've told you my maggot story. Maggots I had my very own situation like this.
Did you?
This is years ago. I must have told you about it. I had a black sack full of stuff that I was like chucking from around the house, doing a declutter. But obviously at some point some food went in there. Obviously at some point I was like, I'm just going to chuck this straight into the wheelie bin, and then forgot. So I thought it was just full of house detritus, bits of non-recyclable material. Mm-hmm. And so that black bag sat in a room for some weeks. And then I went into that room at some point and there were all these I thought they were little mouse poos around. And I was like, oh, what's all that? And it soon became apparent that they were the, like, I don't know what it's called, like part of the metamorphosis from
the larva?
From larva
Larvae?
to fly, but they go into a little cocoony thing, and that's what those things were.
Larva to fly.
And I only know this, that was what happened because then when I lifted up the bag, there were maggots everywhere, and there were those pellet things all over the ground, and it was disgusting.
Oh.
Are you
was it
looking
this?
up?
Was it the pupil stage?
Yeah.
Was it that top one?
Yeah.
That is, maggots are not okay.
But imagine how many, no, they're definitely not, but imagine how many, if I just left it and hadn't gone into that room, if I opened it up and just been like, it would have been Jane of the Flies. Like, there were so many.
Scary. Crazy.
Yeah.
So what did you do with the mags?
I threw them away.
Threw them in the bin?
I can't remember. I think I
mean, they
vacuumed
want
them
to
up
be
and
in the
emptied
bin.
them out.
That's where they want to be.
I set them free in a
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
You gave them a better life.
Anyway, but the other thing that Captain talked about in that rubbish was seafood juices. That must have been a smelly situation.
Terrible. Well, I mean, don't get guests to go fishing. You know, if you don't want squiddy.
Yeah, but it's probably also from Ryan's cooking. You know. But the thing is, like, very clearly stashed as well, though.
Yes.
Like, someone could not be bothered getting rid of that rubbish, and they stashed it in yet another hole.
Yet another hole.
Yeah. They go off for lunch after their little crocodile journey, and Ryan tells Magda that chief stews always have, like, a favourite and then someone that they bully. And I was like, do you know what? That's true.
It's actually true.
When you think historically of other seasons, there's always like a favourite. It's often the second, and then the third is the punching bag.
But maybe that's just naturally what happens with a trio.
I think it
There's
is.
a hierarchy.
I think it is. I think in a natural situation, like here we are, the three of us, you, me and T.I. here, is that two of us would gang up on one.
But who?
But who? But who?
If you've got any thoughts on who, get in the Discord. Let us know.
I think you're ganging up on me because I don't want to gang up on either of you.
I was more thinking, I feel like Duncan sits in the third stew.
Oh, yeah. And we gang up on him.
And we gang up on him.
Yeah, we do. That's true. He's definitely bringing third stew energy. Like, where the fuck is Duncan?
Where is
Duncan?
He's on his bloody phone.
Yeah.
Probably.
Duncan Jane. Duncan Jane. Bloody. Okay. This is where Jamie and Colby have a wee dance. A bachata. Bachata? Sounds like lovely food, to be honest.
That was so cute.
What was that about?
I don't know.
I think I said Benny earlier, but it was Culver that had the dance. Is Jamie, like he's teaching it like he knows
things.
He knows things.
Yeah.
Is that something you learn at police school
or exactly, possibly.
Fire training college?
He did work in a casino. Maybe picked up some showgirl moves. I don't know.
Who knows? The
man's got layers.
He's got many, many layers. Okay. We had a lovely cameo from Eunice, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
Because they played some more Fuck, Marry, Kill with Benny and got him to seems inappropriate, really, to do that about guests, doesn't it?
You're crossing a line already when you bring the guests in.
Yeah.
Too far for me.
To be honest, crossing the line, even bringing the guests on the boat.
Yeah. So it was Eunice.
It was Eunice. It was
that lovely lady in the gold bikini.
And then another lovely lady. But I just remember Eunice. Such an unusual name in these days. These times.
It is.
What else happened?
Jamie revealed his emotional backstory.
Oh, fuck, this got me.
Yeah, this was very, very intense about how his first experience was he was a lifeguard?
No, he wasn't.
A security guard.
He was a security guard. So, as we know, he's a lifeguard, and I wouldn't be surprised if he became a lifeguard after this experience. But he was actually... So, Brittini brought up his back tattoo, which is Chinese characters. And he didn't explain what they were specifically, what they meant, but he referred to them being the result of having worked as a security guard, I think, at the casino hotel. And having gone for a little security check, wander around, went out to the pool, and having found a 12-year-old boy, Chinese boy, unresponsive, tried to revive him. I think they managed to keep him alive for a bit, but then by the time he was taken away, he was gone. And I was just like, fuck. And he was tearing up in the moment interview. I wasn't just tearing up. I mean, he cried.
Yeah.
And then same again at the dinner table when he was talking about this story. And I was just like, I kind of just forgive him for everything. Like, that's an awful experience.
It's always such a hammer on the show when I feel like there's not a lot of reality shows where you get that much of a revelation into people's backstories like that. I don't know, maybe there's something about the sea that brings it all up.
Yeah.
Or people have these like things in their past that pull them to this line of work. But it's always such a like, wow, everyone's carrying a lot of shit. Like it's just such a reminder of like, you never know what people are dealing with or what they've been through.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a nice reminder from a weird place.
Yeah, but you know, if that was it was obviously a formative moment for him. It was what he referred to as like his first death that he experienced. But of course, he then went on to do surf lifesaving or lifeguarding. He became a police officer, a fireman. Like, there's a real theme going on here about like helping. Yeah, and they also were like, "Oh, is that why you're so safety conscious?" And he's like, "Yes."
Yeah. See, it makes a lot of sense why he screamed at Brittini for jumping over the chain. Yeah. All of that. It would be so traumatic.
I feel like he needs, if he hasn't already, he needs to have some therapy on this because it's really, it's making him act in ways that, you know, like if you don't know the story, like we have been, we've sat here and gone, over the top, Jamie. And now we know. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. Poor guy.
It makes total sense.
Horrible.
Slow down the tender, Cap.
Slow down.
It ended on Chumi took the goss.
Look, this is the thing, right? So Magda and Ryan paying out Aisha, Tumi, they try to drag Tumi into it, and she was just not having it. She would not bag out Aisha.
No.
And it was just so beautiful to see, because I feel like it would be, sometimes you get caught up in these things, like Aisha's her boss, they get on, but she's also been like very friendly with Magda and Ryan. It'd be very easy to get caught up in a bit of a bitch about, oh yeah, she made me do this, or she's putting me on, because Tommy's getting the short straw. She's getting put on shifts she doesn't want to do just so that Magda doesn't fuck them up.
Yeah.
And shifts that she's overqualified for, basically. Like, she should be on service.
She didn't bite.
She didn't bite. And
so
in fact,
classy.
she not only did she not bite, she defended the stew, the role of chief stew, and said, you don't actually know what they get up to, because they were saying that Aisha doesn't do anything. And she's kind of like, actually, there's a lot of work involved in being a chief stew. And then she extricated herself from the conversation. She went and told Aisha, your peeps are speaking badly about you. And then Aisha got really upset, bless her heart. It really rattled her.
She was trying to keep it together for so long, and then Brittini just cracked
bikini
open the martini, and she just broke down in their little bunk.
Yeah. Should have offered her some sashimi. What a cheater.
Ryan's got plenty. But yeah, she prides herself on her work ethic, She tries to always keep a sunny demeanour, and she just fell apart hearing that, which I understand. It must be just so high stress and horrible.
So high stress. It must be, I agree. And it goes against her nature to be heavy-handed. But I think she has been trying to discipline Magda. Like, Magda would tell you that Aisha's been coming down on her really hard. Tomi would tell you that Aisha has been way too nice. Can't win. While Brittini and Aisha are having this conversation, Shifu is overhearing it. And he can hear that Tomi has revealed the chat that he and Magda had to Aisha. So he decides he's going to go up and have Tomi up about it. Tomi is in the spa being an absolute fucking queen.
Yeah.
And she just was like, nah. Not having it. I think Ryan felt left down because he, like, I was predicting these two getting together. I unpredict that now.
Yes.
Because he'd been, like, kind of been trying to be friendly with Tomi and getting her on side and all that kind of thing.
True.
So I think he felt betrayed, but calls her fake, and she's just like, suck my dick.
Wow.
It was so good, and that's where we ended.
We left. Amazing. Just yelling that from the spa.
Suck my dick. She's wonderful.
She really is.
This was her episode, I reckon.
Tomi is like, that's how you want to be.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Also,
in all these situations.
And on top of that, can tablescape.
Oh my God. Can she ever?
That was one of the arguments that Ryan used against Aisha. He was like, she gets you to do all the table decor. It's like, that's her job.
She loves it.
She loves it. Loves the teacup on a table,
And part of the thing is she has to delegate. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what a chief stew does.
That's exactly what a chief stew does.
Anyway.
Is that a whole job?
Delegate.
You go do this, you go do that.
Yeah.
I mean, they you missed that, but Alex just motioned to an empty chair that would ordinarily be occupied by Duncan. He delegated us to do the podcast,
True,
didn't he?
He did.
Because he had to do, but
delegated himself to do the cat food.
He was busy
though.
with the cat food. Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. That's us for another week. We've got 7 more episodes to go in the season. We're well over halfway through the season.
Whew.
Just 3 more charters left.
And there's good stuff coming, eh?
There's such good stuff coming.
Someone's seen the future.
Yeah. And I think we know that Jamie turns out to be not as bland as he's been up to this point, and perhaps in not a very likeable way, which is bad timing because now I'm all, empathetic towards him. So it's a real ride. It's a roller coaster out at sea is what it is.
You can get that.
Really?
On some cruises. Oh, no, a slide. Sorry.
Hey, that's a TV show, eh? Like cruise ships. Are you? Is there a TV show on cruise ships? Or is it just a bunch of old people getting food poisoning?
Yeah.
It is that, isn't it? Okay. I truly don't want to see that.
Speak for yourself.
right, thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to join the Discord. The link is in the episode description.
I want an emoji.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be getting an emoji.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you, Duncan, for your cameo on this episode. Thank you, Tiahe.
Thank you, Tiahe.
For being on board
Always.
and making us calamari. It's been lovely chatting to you, and we'll see you again next week. Ahoy.
Ahoy.
From the Spin-Off Podcast Network, you've been listening to The Real Pod. It was hosted by me, Jane Yee, along with Alex Casey and, most of the time, Duncan Grieve. Tiahe Butler made it all sound good, and Rachel LaRue got us out to the world.
Just quickly, if you enjoyed this podcast and value what we do at The Spin-Off, please consider joining the Spin-Off members. All our mahi is made possible by our members, and we wouldn't be here today without their support. Tautoko mai and head to thespinoff.co.nz/members to sign up.
Talofa lava. I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spin-Off. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spin-Off member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora e te iwi, Tiahe Butler here, podcast manager at The Spin-Off. If you enjoy listening to our podcasts, consider supporting our mahi by signing up to become a Spin-Off member at thespinoff.co.nz/donate. The Spin-Off Podcast Network.